What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is Save Detroit episode 8. And with this episode, I wanted to do a little something different. I brought my godson in, Jordan, and I wanted to interview him on what's going on in the world. Starting with police brutality. And I wanted, by me being hurt and I can't get out to do my mentoring at Mac Alive, I wanted to do an interview with my godson to see where his head at and the things that's going on in the world. So we're going to start off by saying, thank you, Jordan, for taking this interview. Mr. Aaron.
You're welcome.
How do you feel today?
I feel good. How are you?
Good, good. Tell me something about yourself.
Okay.
What school you go to?
Well, I go to John Page Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
I am 12, almost 13 years old. I do YouTube, play piano on there, and Music Kid with 2 Ds, and that's really it.
That's what's up. What's up? How old are you, Jordan?
12.
12. Okay.
Almost 13.
So you at the age to understand what's going on in the world right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start off by saying, for one, I want to be a little straightforward with you, Jordan. You my godson, and you my wife cousin. You our cousin too, so I could be kind of straightforward to you with these interview questions. And I want you to be yourself. I want you to be, natural with it. Yeah. So Jordan, I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
What is racism?
Racism is basically like telling certain people, like, it can be in a way telling certain people that they can't do something, like telling a white person that, oh yeah, since you're white, you can't be with me and my friends, like we can't play basketball together, something like that.
Okay.
That can be counted as racism. It's
really being prejudiced towards another race, Jordan. That's what racism stands for. And you at the age now that you'll be driving soon. You'll be driving, have your license or whatever, you'll be driving soon. And since you know what's going on in the world, are you scared to start driving?
I will say a little bit, but not because of like it'd be scary to be driving. Mm-hmm. I'm saying I'm scared to drive because if I accidentally run a stop sign or run a stop light, not noticing, mm-hmm. I can get in so much trouble for that.
Will it be the trouble? You thinking of the trouble of what you're doing or being stopped by the police?
Being stopped by the police.
Okay. So what makes you feel that way, Jordan? What makes you feel the way that you feel now? Is it what you watch on TV, what's going on in the world, or why do you feel the way you feel?
Well, I feel that way because I know a lot of people who are driving, they'll be doing, driving normally like how anybody else would, and then the police see them make a right turn when they shouldn't. And if it was somebody white, they would have said, oh yeah, I'll let you off with a warning. But if as a black person, they'll probably say something like, oh yeah, you're in, I don't know what could happen, really.
So you are stuck in the middle of fear of the police, Caucasian police or black cop, or you just worrying about what's going on in the world, that if you was to be in that kind of situation, what would happen to you? That's one of your concerns?
Yes.
Okay, what are some of the things they can change to make, guys like you or kids like you coming up now? What can they do? I'm trying to get it together, so I don't want to say the wrong. I don't want to, what can they do to change this situation that's going on in the world right now with police and, killing black people and killing, what you think they can do?
I think that with the body cams that they have, they shouldn't be allowed to turn them off, mm-hmm. because they can be doing anything. Unless they should be able to say oh yeah, I'm about to go to the bathroom or something, turn my body cam off. Mm-hmm. But they shouldn't be able to turn them off by themselves. It should be somebody else in charge of that. And I feel like cops should just, go through some type of training to be less brutal to a certain race. Mm. Or people in general.
So you are paying attention to police being brutal to a certain race or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
All right. So you're paying attention to that. That's what's up. Okay. Let me ask you this, Jordan. Like I said, I want you to be natural. I want you to, tell how you feel and what you feel, because that's the whole thing about this. I want you to be yourself. So when I ask you questions, just be yourself. As a 12-year-old boy, mm-hmm. Have you ever been in a situation of racism kicked in, or around somebody that you've been around and racism had happened, or somebody, or your loved ones, or anything like that ever happened to you?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a plus. Okay, Jordan. Now I'm gonna go outside of the box. Now you being around me and Save Detroit, what are some of the things you learned from Save Detroit? What are some of the things you love about Save Detroit? And what are some of the reactions you get wearing a Save Detroit shirt?
Well, I'll start with the last question first. With Save Detroit, when I'm wearing the shirt, I'll be like at school or something, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, where'd you get the shirt from?" And I like memorize your website since I did a video on it. I said, "Oh yeah, I got it from savedetroit.com," and I basically tell them, like what it's for, and basically how you and your wife did this. And then what was the second question?
Let's get back to what was the other questions? What have you learned from Save Detroit, like being around us? If I'm not mistaken, your mom did she was a speaker at one. No, she was the MC at one of our functions when we was giving the bike and the book bags, and I think you was doing the what Zumba. The girl, you was over there helping her. The lady that was doing the Zumba dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about when we do stuff like that for giving back to the kids? And
well, when you give back to the kids, like in Detroit, I feel like that's nice because, kids in Detroit and really anywhere, they could have some times where, they're like financially struggling, and say you guys giving them bikes and stuff, so they can stay active during summer. That was really nice.
Good. So does it push you to do the things in your community, or get back to people that's behind you and unfortunate people?
For sure. Yes, it does.
Does it? Okay, my man. You I got it, son. It's cool. You what was I about to ask you? Okay. What are some of the Okay, by you being a 12-year-old kid, right? And you see what's going on in the world with the police and this vaccine, schooling, virtual schooling. What are some of your goals you want to do within the next 5 years? Let's say 10 years, 5 years.
5 years.
What's some of your goals you want to set?
All right. Well, in the next 5 years, I want to make sure that I keep up with piano and make sure that I improve on my skills in general. Make sure I'm constantly improving on what I'm doing. And another goal I have is to keep my grades up.
There you go.
I really want to keep my grades up to go to get a scholarship, because the college I want to go to, I found out there's an 8% chance that I can get in.
Oh wow!
So that's why.
What's the school?
Juilliard.
Juilliard, okay.
For music, yeah.
My man.
Or art in general. But yeah, I want to make sure I keep my grades up so I can end up getting a scholarship there.
That's what's up. Okay, within the next 5 years, what are some of the things so you can stay on top of your goals? What are some of the things you're going to do to stay on top of your goals?
Well, I want to make sure that recently I have not been keeping up with the assignments I have in school, and I end up doing them late. So just so I can make sure I get a good grade. So sometimes I get better grades if I turn it in early or on time. I want to make sure that I get my grades, everything in on time, and make sure, I'm doing everything correctly.
That's what's up. Okay, let me ask you this. I know you said Juilliard, but what would be your things on the side that you want to do outside of the piano and stuff like that? What are some of your things that's pushing you to do? Because the world changed. Even like homeschooling. Was homeschooling hard for you?
It was very hard.
Why was it hard for you?
Because it's I have a dog. And sometimes I'm in the middle of school trying to do a test or something, and he wants to go outside. So I have to tell my teacher I need to let my dog outside to stop the test. And it's that's why because now we have the choice to go in person or stay at home, and I went in person so I can get away from that. But that was one of the most challenging things.
So it was challenging homeschooling.
Yes,
it's better than it's better being in the classroom.
Way better.
Okay, my man.
I forgot how good it was.
You missed school, didn't you? You kind of wanted to go back to school. Are y'all back to school now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna give you a little insight. This was on police brutality, so I'm gonna give you a little insight on me trying to teach you what to do, because I know you're getting to the age, You'll be driving soon. You'll be out in the street soon. You'll be hanging out with your friends. And I'm going to give you a little story on, not story, I'm going to give you a little history on me. I just follow the rules. If you just follow the rules, it's going to get you by a lot. You know, I didn't speed. I wore my seatbelt. Just certain things. I had insurance on my car. And I was taught that as a younger guy, because you know, I'm 45 now. I never really had an encounter with the police, because I just follow the rules. The rules is out here, Jordan, for a reason. It's a speed limit for a reason. It's seatbelt for a reason. It's everything is for a reason, because I knew coming up, if I did anything outside of what I supposed to have did, wasn't nobody gonna come get me. I was just gonna be in jail, or I didn't have nobody I can rely on to come get me. You know, I just want to get that, you know, in your head, because you do have people that'll come for you. Me, Starlet, your mom, you know we coming. So I want you to be more level-headed, because you know somebody coming. I don't want you to have that comfort. You know what I mean? I just want you to just follow the rules. You know, you, like I said, you get into the age, you're gonna get your license, you're gonna get to driving. And like I said, what got me by is really just following the rules. You know, I did everything I supposed to have done. I'm not no speed racer. I don't, you know, I stop at the red lights. You know, I do everything that you're supposed to do. Right. And that was my whole thing about this interview. I wanted to, you know, since I can't be out doing my mentoring thing, I wanted to, you know, kick it with you and talk to you about what's really going on in this world. And you really, really have to be on top of your stuff. You understand? So how do you feel about this interview?
I really like it, because I feel like, you know, being able to tell people that, kind of like to let people know that, as a kid, I'm somewhat scared of the cops. You know, because like I used to think, like I used to want to be a cop. You know, there was like a short period of time where I wanted to be a cop. Okay. But now it's like I'm scared of them, because it's like I don't know what will happen. You know, it's like I'm playing a game. Cat and mouse game. Yeah, I don't know what to do sometimes.
But man, I kind of like it. It caught me off guard. You said that, because it's sad that you have to live in fear. You know, and it kind of bothered me that you're saying that, because we shouldn't live in fear. You know, we're supposed to live, you know, fearful lives. But that's good that you said that. But you're aware that's what's going on in the world. Now, this is my last thing. I want to ask you this, and I want you to be, you know, natural with it. How do you feel that what's going on in the world? Let's start with George Floyd. Okay, with George Floyd, I feel like that cop shouldn't have been as brutal as he was, because I watched like a little bit of it, because it like really sickened me to watch somebody get killed over something really nothing. And the cop should have been more reasonable, instead of, you know, instantly going to brutality. When George Floyd said, "I can't breathe," he should have said, "Okay, let me get up," and should have arrested him and put him in the car, instead of killing him. Okay. So did you think justice was served with the if you was keeping up with it?
I was not.
You wasn't keeping up with it? No. Okay. I know your mom probably was keeping up with it.
She was.
One more question, Jordan. Since you into the piano, this is my question for you. Who is your favorite pianist?
John Legend.
John Legend? Is it? Okay, that's what's up. So you keep up with John Legend?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, that's the end of our interview, you guys. This is Save Detroit TV episode 8. And this one was, I wanted to interview one of the youths that's around me, because I'm not able to get out and about to do my interviews or my mentoring. So I had him come to me so we can do episode 8. And we got a lot of it out of it. And to the viewers and people out there, what's going on in the world now, you really, really have to be in your kids' life. You know, you have to teach them. You got to show them what not to do, what to do, the pros and cons of what's going on in the world. And I think that's basically what I be trying to hit on. If you teach them, and you got to not just teach them, you got to be on them. Like when I was coming up, my grandmother was on me so much. It's a lot of stuff y'all hear me say. I always talk about my grandma, but she instilled that in me. She constantly told me the same thing over and over again. So as I got older, it clicked in. That's how you have to be on these kids now. Well, you have to be on the kids now a little more, because they got more distractions. See, back then, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have a lot of these distractions that the kids have now. So you really, really have to be on your kid and teaching them the ins and the outs of the world now. So thank you, Jordan Aaron.
You're welcome.
For doing this interview. You did a good job. My man. I appreciate you, man. So stay tuned, y'all. And chime in to my YouTube channel. Everything I do, I put on my YouTube channel. It's Save Detroit on YouTube. Thank you.